We all have those players that the second we turn on the tape become instant favorites for us. That is how I feel about the subject of today's video. When I turned on the Duke defense early last summer, defensive tackle DeWayne Carter was a player who time and time again showed up, and he is a player who I am a really big fan of heading into the 2024 NFL Draft. We got to see him ball out in the Senior Bowl as well, and now he is a player who is slowly moving up boards. How high do we see Carter get taken in the draft? That is what we will be talking about in today's video. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave a like on this video and leave a comment and let me know which players you guys would like to see me discuss in a future video. And without further ado, let's get into it. Carter was awesome in 2022 and is a player who had some buzz entering this season. He's a 5-year captain at Duke, and he is a player with strong character that coaches and GMs are going to absolutely fall in love with during the interview process. But his numbers speak for themselves. In 2022, Carter finished the season with 39 hurries, 5 hits, 8 sacks, and 36 total tackles. 2023 wasn't as productive on paper, but he still made a huge impact. He had 18 hurries, 5 hits, and 2 sacks on the season, with 41 total tackles. After a pretty dominant week in Mobile, Carter is a player who is generating quite the buzz entering the combine. Carter is a versatile defensive lineman. Duke put him in quite a few different alignments, and while he is primarily a defensive tackle on the inside, there were times when Duke would line him up over the tackle as an edge rusher. He is super versatile, but due to his size, he's going to be an interior defensive lineman at the next level. Carter is 6'2", 308 pounds, and I love the size that he plays with on the interior. He has good height and solid length, and I really have a big fan of his frame as a whole. Carter is also a really solid athlete. He plays low and he generates power from his lower body, and he has a really quick first step off the line. He is super powerful and strong, and he has the ability to just run offensive linemen over. But he isn't just a power guy on the inside, which is what I love. There were multiple instances where Carter showed his dynamic ability as a pass rusher. He had a nice swim move, and he was able to get skinny between the guard and the tackle. And he had numerous ways in which he was able to get into the backfield as a pass rusher and put pressure on the quarterback. Carter plays with an awesome blend of size, speed, and power, and I love to see that. He's able to penetrate the gaps in the run game as well, and he's a really solid run defender. He has good timing and is a strong tackler, and there's a lot to love about DeWayne Carter in his game. Carter, like every prospect, has some areas I am a bit concerned about. Carter had the tendency to lunge a little bit. There were some instances where he was lunging and playing a bit off balance and out of control, which is not an area I want to see from him. This is definitely an area of his that I think can improve with a good D-line coach, but it was something that I did notice from time to time where he was just played out of control. Carter also attacks at some odd angles from time to time, and it takes him out of the play. I want to see him improve on his tackling angles and do a better job of penetrating the inside more consistently. His upside is there, and I think he could be an absolute stud if given the right opportunity, but there are a couple of technical areas here and there that I think can improve. Carter also has shorter arms for the position. It isn't something that I'm extremely worried about, but I do think he is lacking just a little bit in the arm length department. He also is only 6'2", which some people would say is a bit undersized for the position, but I'm not worried about his height at all. The length is a little questionable, but it's not something that I'm too concerned about. I like DeWayne Carter quite a bit. He's a very solid athlete, I think he has good size, and he's been very productive for the Blue Devils over the last few seasons. The upside is certainly there with him, and he is my number 10 defensive tackle in the draft. There are some studs on the interior, and I think Carter has the potential to be one of the steals of the draft. He is my number 91 overall player in the class. I think DeWayne Carter would fit best as a rush tackle in a 4-3 defense. This puts him over the tackle and guard, and he has shown the ability to win as a pass rusher from the inside. I think this is where his game is going to translate best to the next level, and this is where NFL teams are going to get the most out of him. My comparison for DeWayne Carter is former Cincinnati Bengals defensive tackle Geno Atkins. Atkins was a bit undersized at the position, but he was incredibly productive for the Bengals. Both of them have nearly identical frames and are super quick off the line of scrimmage. Atkins was a great player for quite some time for the Bengals, and I think Carter has the upside to be a very, very good player in the NFL for a long time. He's athletic, he's got the size, and he's powerful, and I love all of that about him. DeWayne Carter is disruptive. He's a strong force on the interior, and he's a very, very intriguing prospect. I am a huge fan of the things that DeWayne Carter can do, and ultimately, I believe that DeWayne Carter will be a top 100 pick in the 2024 NFL Draft.